Hello, welcome to Laura's View and Terra 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, November 30th, 2023. We're going to take a look at a mysterious dog respiratory ailment that's getting lots of news time lately. There does seem to be a new ailment on the horizon for our beloved fur babies, the canine ones, and so I have a little information for you in a compilation, and we'll see if the universe has further information or insights for us. First, to the compilation. You can follow along as I reference it now, or you can click on the Facebook link that will be in the video description box and look at it, or simply do your own Google searching, because using my own favorite search engine, I got these citations. Okay, mysterious dog respiratory illness. It's nationwide or presumed to be nationwide. It's in enough states now. It said that it's safe to consider that it's gone nationwide. The symptoms mimic kennel cough, but the cough is wet. See your vet immediately. Do not wait, because it goes from bad to really bad very fast. Currently, people are being advised to avoid dog parks, doggy daycare, dog boarding, shared water bowls. Okay, so just so you know that for information. Now, there is some encouraging information out there. I've got a site here. These veterinarians in New Hampshire think they found the cause of the dog mystery illness. It's a minuscule bacteria that they haven't ever seen before. Right now, they think that doxycycline would take care of it. ABC News reported that one family, their beloved golden retriever, responded to a very strong antibiotic called, excuse me while I scroll down here. Okay. Chloramphenicol. Okay, so that was another one. Basically, what I've been seeing is some of the older antibiotics that aren't as commonly used anymore do seem to be responding to this. Originally, people thought that this was a viral type of thing. They also made the mistake of waiting to see if a simple cough suppressant would make things better. And so now they're being more aggressive in treating the ailment if it shows up in canines. So if you have a dog and your dog develops what seems to be kennel cough, but it's wet, don't wait to seek veterinary care. And just know that right now they seem to have isolated the cause to a very minuscule bacteria that can bypass the respiratory barriers that our canine friends usually have for other bacteria. So it's very small. It also, I was reading, can be detected in a special panel that's not normally one that's used for testing. As this gains momentum, I'm sure that'll get to be more common. But in the meantime, just know that it does seem to be caused by a bacteria. It does respond to some of the older or stronger antibiotics, and be aware and keep our fur friends as healthy as possible. Now, I was asked to look into this because anytime something new pops on the screen, people wonder, is it manufactured? Has it been played with by human hands to make it worse? And on the one hand, it wouldn't seem logical to target our canine friends, where our lifespans are longer when we share them with pets. Our health is better when we share them with pets. Our pets have now become collateral damage often in the shenanigans to shorten and take some of the joy out of our lives that we are going to resist in every way possible, including making sure our friends don't share water bowls or whatever it takes, right? Okay, so we're going to ask the universe if there is any truth to the speculation that this new minuscule bacteria that has been isolated as the cause for this illness was in some way created. In other words, could it be patented? Because natural occurring things aren't patented. So we're wondering, was this a created issue? And are there other insights and information the universe wants us to know? Let's find out. Okay, was there any kind of human manipulation to this new bacteria that's causing this respiratory illness in canines? And are there other insights or information the universe wants to share at this time about this mysterious ailment that is causing so much health issues for our canine beloved friends? Okay, we have the Three of Hearts, Three of Swords, pardon me, Page of Cups, the Hermit, Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Justice, Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm going to tell you the insights that the cards are giving me, and then we'll look at elements in the cards that led me to say those things. So what I see is with this situation being indicated with the Three of Swords, which often is a card of lies and deception. Yes, this bacteria was manipulated by human elements. Okay, it was a this, and then it's the situation's told a little more about with the Page of Cups. I like that. Now the Page of Cups, well, it's a creativity, which again kind of bolstered the idea that this situation has been created or increased in toxicity by human intervention. The Page of Cups often talks about a little hidden surprise, a blessing on the way. And I'm saying that because in the recent past, we've got the Hermit. I think we had some very powerful, wonderful energy that saw what was in the offing here and quickly stepped in so that we could quickly find a way to isolate that illness and treat it effectively. Now, part of that means right now, the illness is going to spread the worst and the most during our colder seasons. So keep your animals, again, if you can avoid doggy daycare and kennels and things like that. If you could arrange a house sitter when you travel instead of a board and care, this may be the year to do that, or simply stay home or take your pets with you. Whatever you need to do to keep them safe, because the winter months are going to be the worst for this. Now, moving ahead, let's look at the near future here. Page of Swords in the near future is a card of truth. Okay, so that truth about this is going to come out. It's going to quickly become an ailment they know how to treat, and to keep the morbidity rates as low as possible for our beloved canine friends. Not all of our beloved canine friends, though, are in loving homes or homes that can afford expensive veterinary care. So let's have some thoughts and intentions for those, because in shelters, I know if they get that, they're just going to put them down. They're not going to be able to do expensive treatment protocols. The Justice card shows up here, and that tells me that there's going to be a push to find out who did this, to have them face some accountability for that. That's as it should be. However, those that did it do have a tricky nature. They're not going to own up to their actions very well. So we've got a couple of real tricky cards here telling us that this situation was a created event. To some extent, it's meant to be a distraction, because at this point, the deep state is looking for anything they can have that will take eyes away from places where they're losing their power holds, their touch, their mojo. And that made our little pets fair game to be a target. In other words, they're emptying out the toy box. They've just upended it. And at the bottom of it was this one about for canines. Let's get a couple more cards and see if there's further insights the universe wants us to know. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Fool. Okay, it's actually kind of reassuring. The Four of Pentacles usually says, it's a card that talks about being careful with your resources. And that means being careful with our loved ones. And maybe this holiday season, don't splurge so much on gifts, just in case you do have a vet bill that you have to take care of. And then the Fool is always just a beautiful card talking about stepping out in faith. And there's a little canine friend in this too that's going out with him. So as we move into a new place and a new way of being in our lives, our beloved pets are going with us, and it's up to us to make sure they go with us as safely and as healthily as possible. Let's recap. There's a new mysterious respiratory ailment showing up in our canine friends, and they do seem to have isolated it to a very minuscule bacteria that's much smaller than usual. And that does seem like it's responding to some of the older antibiotics or some of the strong ones. In my compilation, I've got a couple articles that talks about that. Or as I said, you can just simply do a search if you're a dog owner and you want to be on top of developments and information on this issue. Please feel free to do so. But we asked the universe if this situation has been in some way caused or amplified by human hands. And we got a yes with that. So the Three of Swords showed up as for the topic in general. And this is a card of some heartache and lies and deceit. Not a happy card. Now, on the other side of it, we have the Page of Cups show up, telling us a little more. This is a card of creativity, which also bolstered the fact that this was a created situation or a created problem, or at least supplemented problem. And the nice thing was this card also talks about a hidden blessing. The hidden blessing showed up in the recent past. We had the Hermit show up, which is always my card of wisdom, divinity, oftentimes off-world benevolent help, our loving creator, whatever your lens accepts. This encompasses all of those wise, kind, loving energy of all sorts. And I think we had a little intercession that said, no, not on our watch. You are not going to be killing all those dogs on our watch. Because like I said, they've already found a way to isolate the problem, identify it, and they have found a couple of treatments for it. In the meantime, we're also being told that during the winter months is when this is going to spread the worst. And you might want to follow that advice that was shared about avoiding play dates with doggies and doggy parks and things like that for the foreseeable future, because it's going to get worse before it gets better as far as spreading and treatments. Now, the Page of Swords showed up for the near future, and that's a card of truth and discovery. So people are going to, there's going to be a push to find out who was behind this. It may not be fast, how long it took us to find out about Wuhan, right? But there's going to be a push for that, and that those people who did this are going to be facing justice. Absolutely. No, they're not going to concede truths easily. They're going to try to lie, deceive, and be tricky about it. But since when did evil ever own up to their responsibilities and their actions and willingly accept consequences? But it does look like there's going to be actions that their actions will have consequences, and that's good. So that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and your attention, and appreciate each and every one of you. If you, like me, have fur friends that share your life and make them better, do what you can to keep them safe and healthy, and enjoy them. And enjoy everything about your life that you can, because all of these actions that are taken by the deep state, by the shenanigans crowd, are designed to keep you worried and anxious. So don't worry about trying to buy things for people you can't afford. Just enjoy them. Do what you can, and have no guilt about enjoying everything in life, whether it's your dog chasing a ball, my cat chasing the red dot. Alieska is just sure she's going to catch that red dot one of these days, or whatever makes you smile. Okay? Enjoy your life, and be as safe and healthy as possible, and fear not. Until next time, I send you love, light, and everything bright. Bye.